Welcome, everyone, to Money Talk Show, the show where we have time to talk about money. Tonight, we are talking about health, nutrition, education, and entrepreneurship as we go over the healthy, nutritious ways to live your life while staying in budget, but also what it means to be an entrepreneur and everything we need to learn to get there. With a panel of great hosts here to discuss the topics to make you have the cash to bring your goals to life. So, with that, let's talk about what the future holds when we talk money. Woohoo! That's right. Hello, everyone out there on the internet. If you enjoy the show, please don't forget to hit that like button right there on the YouTubes, as well as hello, Facebook community. All of this interactive entertainment helps get our show out to an even larger audience, but also subscribe if you feel like joining the Money Talk Show family, then hitting that bell icon to all so that you can see more of us in your feed by seeing our premieres or joining our live streams. But with that, I'm going to hand it over to our host to say hello and tell us what money means to them.
Hi everyone, I'm Momo, and money to me is a sense of freedom. That's what it means to me in just one word.
Hi everyone, I'm Lex. Money is the most important commodity in life.
Hello everyone, this is Glenn Roy. My concept about money is that money answers all things. All things. So,
health, nutrition, education.
All right. So, with regards to money, right, and where we are. So, right now we are situated in the island of Jamaica. Hi, everyone. And only Amy, she is in the United States of America, and she's
For now.
part of our team. Yes, for now. For now, you know, we're gonna have her here with us very soon. Now, with regards to health and nutrition, right? Do you consider yourself healthy if it is that how do you go about finding organic ways of staying healthy within your country, within your island? How do you go about finding organic ways of staying healthy without having to visit the hospital or even the pharmacy? What are the organic ways that we choose to be healthy? Mr. Walker, you want to take this one?
Let me. I was actually here just type it something. Okay. So, all right. You see, I look at it. We are still doing the pre-launch. We are still in training. So can you repeat that question? See that you direct that towards me.
Sure. I was asking what are some of the organic ways that you use to be healthy so that you can share it with our audience or that you suggest.
Okay. Or way to reframe that as well is, what does money and health mean to you?
Yeah, it actually to live healthy, it really costs. It's a very costly thing to live healthy. It's not something, but like for the people that are that have some form of backyard or can do their own gardening and things like that. That's something that I would encourage or suggest to everyone that are watching us right now, and even us that are on the panel, that if you have some form of backyard, front yard, anywhere you can be able to grow your own stuff, that in an organic way, that's really the best thing. And you have to choose, we have to start to shop wisely, and we have to let our money work for us, and we have to make sure that we don't use our money to buy things that are killing us. Because what happened, most of the people in this world right now, the food that we are eating to sustain us is what is killing us, because we are not properly educated when it comes down to proper nutrition and so forth. I mean, I'm not gonna be talking. I'm not ready to start to talk about the things that people should not be buying, what was be buying. But all that I'm saying, let us go back to roots, our roots. Let us go back to basics. Let us go back. Start. We need to start to grow our own stuff, and we need to start to raise our own stuff. And when it comes down to shopping, we need to be able to shop right, organically.
All right, I have some questions now. So based on what you have said, right, and this goes out to my other panelists as well. So Mr. Walker speaks about us planting and actually um, eating what we plant, the organic stuff, right? So planting and growing organically, planting and eating organically grown fruits and vegetables and so forth. So what are some of these things that we can plant? I know in our island there are a bunch of things that we do plant, like some persons do plant soursop. That's a fruit here, and they would also in turn, also they eat the fruit and they also use the tea, the leaves, sorry, to make teas. So what are some of the things that we can plant in our backyard that can help us organically, in addition, just to live an organic life? What are some of the things that we can plant?
Vegetable. I mean,
Okay, well, what
I
are
think,
some of the
okay,
things that we do
okay,
plant? So I want you
cabbage,
to tell us them.
cabbage, pak chow, tomato, marijuana.
We do plant marijuana out here. I mean, there
Okay.
is. Okay, so we did get the pass where you can actually plant for yourself,
Oh,
but
oh,
up to a certain
as,
right? So that is fine.
as you talk about that,
Mhm.
I heard it's legal in Jamaica. Well, in the United States, it is legal for us to grow a few trees in our backyard. But I heard that it's also legal in Jamaica, that you can each family or each person is allowed to grow like 2 trees, right?
Yes, a certain
Are,
amount, right?
are you serious?
I just want to put out there that I don't know if I've been looking into the legality or not, but I will say that I do now own a greenhouse and I'm waiting till June.
Oh my God! Yes.
It's
I need to
it's
put.
not very big, just
I
big
need.
enough. You can,
I when I return, I am going to be showing you my greenhouse also. It was put up last year, but then the storm came and dismantled it. But now it's back up. Just before I came down, since I'm down here, so I'm gonna show you guys a picture of some of the things and that. But seriously speaking,
Mhm.
we don't have to be looking to plant soursop trees, and because those things gonna take too long to come. Although
Okay,
if you have the space, those are things that you plant but not expecting to reap it like within a couple. But I'm talking about
right.
everyday stuff. So everyday
Okay.
stuff, is what you would normally go to the market or the supermarket. So it's market. So whether it's the 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 supermarket or the regular markets out there that people carry fresh product to. Because gone are those days when we go to the green grocery, and we see yam, banana, and those different things. We think that they are organic. No, they are, a lot of these things are not organic anymore. They are GMO products and so forth. So we have to be careful. So whatever, guys, you will not get away. You will not 100%. You can actually live and eat organically. So you will find some people out there say that they are vegans and they don't eat meat and they don't do this. But some of the stuff that they are eating also is contaminated, like soy. A lot of the soy products are contaminated. They are GMO stuff, and those things are really not so organic as most of us would have think. So we have to try to. And by the way, you see, when we are thinking of growing our stuff, you have to be careful of some of the places that you buy your seeds and your plants, because some of those are not organic plant also. So you have to do your research, know what you are planting. So if you're going to be planting tomato, cucumber, cabbage, tomato, I mean, onion, all of the stuff that you would normally want to eat to say that you are living organically and so forth. You have to make sure that the plants and the seeds are also organic stuff, because you might want to live that way and you realize that you are not buying the right seeds. So the seeds are contaminated, the plants are contaminated, so the fruits are going to be contaminated. So these are things. So proper nutrition does not mean that you're gonna have to go off the grid by not eating meat or not eating certain things. You just have to just do your research. And by the way, most of us work hard for our money. So if you work hard for your money, make sure that you spend your money wisely. That's all that we are saying.
I would also like to add, Mr. Walker, that within our island of Jamaica, there are a few plants, healthy plants out there that we as Jamaicans really do consider to be the healers of the crop. And some of them are, we have the guinea hen weed, the
Oh,
leaf of rye.
by the way, I just went and bought a whole lot of that to take back to the United States just now, just
Which
before
one? The leaf of life or the guinea hen weed?
the Guinea, and that's the
The guinea
tea.
hen, right.
Yeah.
So we have the guinea hen weed, the leaf of life, the Medina, mint, peppermint is also another one. Moringa, I actually have the tree in my backyard. Noni is good. Let me see. We have the Sarsaparilla, which is also a good one, and the sorrel is good. Yeah, and those are some of the popular ones. Those are some of the popular ones that we actually grow in Jamaica. So, my mother would say, and in Jamaica, you say, in a country, so you go to country, you get these things, and you come taking some with them, and when you're suffering from some form of ailment, they will give you these in the form of a tea to drink to get rid of the ailment. So, these things can now be found in Kingston and other parts of the island as well, because our forefathers, our grandparents, our great grandparents speak about it so much and believe in it so much that it has taken on a life of its own, and it can be found in the 14 parishes of Jamaica. All right. Yes, that's moringa. That's moringa.
That's moringa. So you see,
Right.
guys, we are not here just talking. We are
Are
here
you
to
saying?
actually show you that whatever we are saying, we are also practicing that. So every morning, what I do, I normally 2 or 3 seeds and just crush it and just swallow it like you were taking your regular
Yes.
medication.
Right.
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 So this is what some of you us need to do instead of really going out there popping all different kind of stuff. I don't want to say, I don't want to be political, but these are some of the things you can pop. 2 or 3 of them, put in your mouth, chew it up, or just swallow it. Your money will be wisely spent.
So basically, what we're trying to say is that these healthy plants, these healthy organic plants, are mostly used in our island to replace vitamins and supplements, right?
So,
So,
well, did you say to replace?
yes, to replace. Some of them are used to replace some vitamins and supplements. Not many persons believe in purchasing from the pharmacy vitamins and supplements, so they use some of these, right, to
Okay.
replace some
Okay.
vitamins and supplements,
Okay,
right?
so I'm glad for that correction because earlier the way it sound is as if when you said to replace vitamin and supplements, we do these things are vitamin and supplements. These are what you call real vitamins and supplements. The stuff that we are buying out there, most of them are artificial. So I'm glad that you make that distinction. So this is the real stuff that Monique is talking about right now. Is actually using these. You do not have to go there to buy synthetic stuff to put in your body, which you will not be able to break it down. So it is very this show is about money. It's about health. It's about nutrition. It's about everything organic. So a lot of you out there might have your businesses right now, are looking what kind of business out there. Because a friend of mine just called me, a doctor friend of mine called me just 2 days ago. And she said, Mr. Walker, I know you have always been doing different type of business. I want to find out what kind of business can I go in right now, because the world look like it's going upside down right now. So even her being a doctor, they don't think that they are making enough money, which I already know that they are not making enough money already. And this is not even Jamaica, this is overseas and so forth. So a lot of people might think doctors are making a lot of money and so forth. And that's why a lot of our doctors are really committing suicide. A lot of them we think that it's all up and up. No, they have to be doing some crazy things right now to stay on top of the world, or on top of things right now. So I really sympathize with a lot of them. I bash them a lot to let them know that they are not doing the right thing. But of course, when they were thinking of going into law school, not law school, medical school, a lot of them did not know that they were going in there to do certain things that they are doing right now, going against the morality, going against the thing that they really want, they really don't, I mean, they really want to do. So we are thinking of doing businesses, organic business. Farming is something that is a good thing to go in. So if you are doing organic farming, that's the direction that a lot of people are going into. So those of you that are leaning into that direction, if you want some more guidance on that, you can communicate with us and we can be able to guide you. We can link you with the proper channel, how you can be able to start your businesses, how you can be able to get funding, and all of these different things. And remember, we are promoting people to run their own business, because the 9 to 5 situation is not going to last too long, and too much hand to mouth situation. When you are really doing 9 to 5, it's really a hand to mouth situation, and that's basically what we are seeing out there with roughly almost or over 80% of the people worldwide.
Okay. Thank you so much for that, Mr. Walker. Well needed information right there. So Shifting a little bit away from the nutrition aspect and what it is that we would implement organically, let's talk a little bit about exercise. So, like, how often do you exercise? In terms of health, staying healthy. What do you do to stay healthy, Mr. Walker?
I'm hiding. I I was just about to crawl under the table, right? Yes, well, we have sitting, Amy. I could not find a space to go under the table. Look, look, we are so guilty. We are
Mhm.
so guilty of really not doing the right things. It is you understand how hard it is to really live an organic life? It's really, really hard. It does not take just money alone, but it takes discipline. And let me tell you something, it is so hard. And when you see people out there and over a period of time, you just say, wait, why that person don't exercise? Okay, you start trying it and see if it's something that is easy. It's not easy. Do
It's
you
not
know
easy.
do you know how many times we wait until the 1st of January to say, okay, New Year's resolution, and we jump into the gym and we do what first day, second day, third day, and some of us might do a week. And let me tell you something. We start off, man, and look here, we run out of gas before the month even finish.
I
And
mean, personally, I recently told myself that I wanted to do some 30-second planking, like twice for the day. Day one, check. Day two, check. But planking for 30 seconds is hard. It's
okay.
so hard.
Okay, so this is one of the things that when I'm in the US, I normally do that like when I travel overseas, but it's not working too well. Walking, walking is one of the walking and swimming is two of the best exercise that because it works your whole body, and it's not about walking like this. Hi, Amy. Hello. How are you guys doing? And hi, Mo. And Alex, and doing business. I do that a lot. It's not good. You must walk like this. If you don't walk like this, and so whether it's for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, or an hour that you walk, it's very good because your whole body works. You understand?
Right,
And,
right,
and
right.
and if you can do the next one about um, building muscles, whatever you can do to build muscles, especially for the older folks, because we start losing muscles. And I'm going to the next time we talk about that. If I knew that you were going to be talking about health and nutrition and this kind of thing now and exercise, I'd be talking about how how much we lose when it comes down to how many pounds of muscles you
Mm-hmm.
lose as on a yearly basis. So while you are getting older, you are losing a lot of muscles and so forth. And that's why you will have some people start leaning forward
Mhm.
doing all of those different things because their muscle mass is not there. So the older you get, is the more you are supposed to be working out in the gym by lifting weights. So weight is good for that. Otherwise, it's not about running. Running is not good. Running damage your feet. So those people that you see running, they don't understand that they are damaging their feet. So, but walking is one of the best, and any doctors or any professional person that is out there will agree with me that walking, swimming, and lifting weights, those are the best exercise that are the number one, two, and three exercise in the world that we should be doing. But I am guilty. One little thing that I try to do every night, though, I just before bed, I try to do push up.
How How many do you normally get through though? Like, just share that, like, for our
Um,
audience.
for I it's hard to do over 40 right now, push up straight. I used to be able to can do over 100
So how
and
much are you doing now? How much are
um,
you benching now?
30, 35, 40 the most, but that straight. So if crunches, I can do up to 300 crunches, but I don't have my ball with me now. So I normally have this big ball that I come up like this, and when you come up, it's not for you to go back flat. You must not lay back down when you go up. You must stay up there, and if it's only 10 you can do, so 20 you can do, but just stay up there and keep. So when you do that, you start to build that
Working.
tension
Right.
here. And
Mm-hmm.
so, that's what I'm trying to do, man. Look here, couple days from now, guys, I'm going to be 65. So I'm gonna have to find ways and means to really keep this body going. You understand? So I want when I come back from vacation, my daughter sponsor me. She sponsored me to go to Portugal. So I'm going to Europe for the very first time. I should be leaving to go to Portugal on the 20th. So when I come back, I want to come back like super looking young, super look.
You better.
Huh?
You better. You
Yes,
better.
yes, yes. Being around you young people, I gonna have to find a way, man, to stay up, Yeah.
All right. So my question now, and I'm gonna direct this one right now to Amy. So Amy,
Also, I
do you
just want to say I'm very good at the push, just not very good at the up. Like I'm still working on that part.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Why is Amy doing this right now? So she's pushing, but she's not going up at all. Like, so what do you do then, Amy?
Well, I do yoga and I should do more of it because I have found that I know this sounds silly, but every time after it feels like before I must have been like a hamburger because it just feels like your meat is so like compressed, and then every time I do yoga it's just like, oh my goddess, I feel like I can just stretch and walk in ways that I probably should have. And I walk and jog with a dog, which I should also do more. I have to also be careful of that word because he actually knows that word. And if I say WALK, he will come and expect it. But I should really do a lot more. Like, just, I don't know, exercise because I eat the worst crap. I want to eat more organically.
Right.
And so that to me would also be another big switch. It would be probably doing more yoga and more healthier things like jogging. And then I would like to go to maybe a little bit less McDonald's and maybe a little bit more actually organic food.
What did Amy just say? Did she mention McDonald's?
Oh, I have it bad. Like I will eat almost any food group as long as that's the fried version of it. But I'm getting better, slightly better.
Well, not everybody can do that. You notice most people they walk into McDonald's right now, and they cannot come back through the door.
Well, Amy,
Sure.
Amy, look at Amy. Amy been eating McDonald's. Look here. There are some people, seriously, if they ever think about McDonald's, just walk through the door to go to the counter. They go in like because their metabolism and this is not that good. So they go through the door slim, and by the time they finish leave out of McDonald's the door, they're gonna have to expand the door. So people like that, you have to know your meta, know how your system. That's why it's very important for you to know your
Oh
blood
yeah.
type, for you to know certain things about yourself, because it's not everybody, like born to be slim, have small bones and so forth. So we have to so be careful of just the way that we eat, and just the environment, because sometimes we go into some environment among the companies, and sometimes we have children, and we are trying to eat what they eat and all of those different things, and it's really hard. It's
It's
hard.
also it's crappy energy, and so if you actually have something that has good fats or good carbs, or they will actually you'll have energy throughout the day
Right.
instead of
That's
crashing
true.
in an
Yeah,
hour.
that's true. Yeah, that's definitely true. All right,
And
I would like to extend like the same question now to Alex. Alex, do you do any form of like workouts like wall Pilates or like crunches or anything like that?
Um,
walking.
all right, so I don't walk specifically because I don't feel safe walking, and the best time to walk is early in the morning, so I just don't do it. Working out, I'll be consistent for 2 weeks, and then that's it. So I
Okay.
have to refresh myself for another 2 weeks in another 2 weeks,
All right.
basically. That's
So
my
Right.
so
Right.
I think sometimes having a partner, to do things together. So
yeah.
you might need to have, like, get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and you guys walk together and so forth, or you can go to the gym. So even when you don't feel like getting up, the person said,
Just on
"Oh,
a treadmill.
you, I'm outside. I'm outside. Please come out here. I'm outside waiting for you to walk." So you need those kind of influence in your life. I mean,
We
it-
do, but it's hard.
Can I also
Finding the
make
right person to be as motivated as you, or to even push you the same way. That's very hard to be.
Can I also? I didn't know if I was gonna say it, but I actually have it written down on my notes because I take notes on everything. So I'll just say
I see
is that
BKS.
yes, well, BJ. So I take Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and
Oh, that's
so
what I said before.
I need to put. Oh, by the way, I have one stripe. I'm a blue one stripe. Oh,
really,
yes,
oh,
I,
you're
I
still
do.
better than me.
That's funny. He is
Yeah,
65 this year.
That's fantastic, though. See,
yes,
but it gives you like a sort of a confidence that you can, at least in certain situations, not in all situations, but I would say that if you would like to give yourself an upper hand against uh, people that are taller or larger than you, then
yeah.
Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is fantastic because
Amen.
it
Mhm.
is you're using their strength against them, and so the stronger they are, the stronger they're pulling their own arm out of their socket. And so you just got to, I would suggest it, and or any, there's a whole bunch of different there's Krav Maga, there's all judo, there's a whole bunch out there, but I would recommend a self-defense because my running joke used to be that I would just kick someone somewhere and run away. I have now got a renewed confidence. I feel like I definitely would want to put them in a situation where they just naturally pass out, and then exactly. So BJJ.
Yeah, yeah.
BJJ. It sounds so wrong, but yeah.
Yeah.
um,
By the way, we are going to be interviewing one of the school on our channel very soon. They are in New Rochelle, New York. So we will be bringing them on the program soon, because I believe that our people
That's cool.
we really need to have that self defense. And as Amy said, you don't have to be that big. You don't have to be that strong. the stronger they are, you actually have a better control than them.
Exactly.
But in
Yeah.
addition to all of that, though, we do have Taekwondo here. I do have a friend, and he is also a second degree black belt in karate, and he teaches Taekwondo, karate, as well as kickboxing here. And they do have a dojo here in the island, and so we can also feature him as well at some point. At some point, just to kind of talk about self defense in the island, while you talk about self defense on the American platform, just to kind of let persons know that, hey, this is her too. you know. So yeah, so that's what's up. All right, so let's just jump on over into like education. So everybody here, we all went to school, right? We all went to school. We started whether it be primary, prep, elementary. I know that would be Amy, elementary. You started in elementary, kindergarten, elementary. We would start in kindergarten, then prep, kindergarten, then primary in the island because we're on the British system, right? So what? So, do you guys like believe that after you finish high school, like you must or you should go get your bachelor's degree, or do you think that like right after, like you can go start a business and be successful? Like, what do you think? I want to hear your thoughts.
It depends on the individual. It depends on what you want out of life, really and truly. There are people who want to work a 9 to 5, who feel comfortable just taking home that salary and, fitting into society. And then there are other people who are comfortable with grinding and making things happen on their own without the influence of somebody over their head telling them, oh, you
Definitely,
need to do this, you
yes.
need to do that. So it really depends on the person. Um, for
But
me
what do you think?
personally, I think it's important to have a safety net because business doesn't always work out. Things happen to a lot of people, you fail a lot of the times, and you need that safety net. You need to have something that you can rely on to gain the income that you need to gain, and then maybe you can step over into the entrepreneurship side after a while. But
Okay,
you need to start somewhere.
we need to start from somewhere. All right,
Yeah.
and but you are an entrepreneur right now, and so as an entrepreneur right now, um you have your bachelor's, so would you go for your master's then as an entrepreneur, or are you good with the bachelor's?
If I was right now, I wouldn't go for my master's being an entrepreneur if I was to continue like just doing my own thing for the rest of my life.
Mhm.
If I was to try and work for somebody else or try to enter the corporate world, I would definitely try to go for my master's because obviously the higher the skills or the credentials, it should equal more money, better
Should
opportunities. It should.
should
It's not
but
necessarily what happens because you know how the
exactly,
system is,
Indeed, but it should.
but
things,
it should. Right,
everything, but it should. It should, but yeah,
right.
it just it just all depends. All depends.
What about you, Amy? You have your bachelor's. We know this, but would you go for your master's? I know you're an entrepreneur as well. Mr. Rock, I'll get to you right
So
now.
I I come from very humble beginnings. So like I came from a place where, and I'll tell the same joke that I tell to everybody whenever I'm at a dinner party and I tell someone I that I came from a special education, they will start to walk out the door and they will start to tip away. I now I have an associate's, I have two bachelors, and I have two masters. And
What?
so
Wow.
Go,
I
Amy!
am
Go, Amy! Go,
I
Amy!
will I kind of got addicted to academia once I went in there, and I realized that multimedia and anything digital is kind of my thing.
You just really love it.
Yeah, I guess I just needed to find what actually worked.
Right.
And I would suggest highly
Mhm.
to anyone who is going to go into either a workforce or is going to has even the opportunities and the means to do so,
Mhm.
to figure out two things. What do you want to do? Like, what is it that you can do for 40 hours and if need be 60 hours? You love it so much. And then
Yeah.
number two, what is that thing that you can do for that so long that can also make you money? And so I don't care what it is. My nephew is going for he wants to be a meteorologist. He has always been obsessed with weather, and I just spent his entire life buying him weather books. Now he's going for his associates in environmental science,
Right.
but he will then have a really easy access to becoming a meteorologist. Now he tried to, like, my brother and sister-in-law tried, like, putting him in like an apprenticeship, and he was just not an apprenticeship kind of guy. And so I think that some people, they want to chase tornadoes or talk about weather endlessly, though I like talking about weather with him too. And yet there's some people that are just going to want to weld, and that's all they're going to want to do, and they're going to be really good at it, and they're going to be the best welders ever. And so it's not really like trying to support one or the other.
Right.
It's that we need both. We need all of these types of people, and we thus should support both groups. Support education, whether it's college or whether you're going to be working with wood.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you so much. So you're saying as long as it's something that you love to do, if you want to increase your education, go right ahead. But if you already have the knowledge to start that, then go right ahead and just jump on in.
Yes, and my other tip, if you are going to take college, do it incrementally. Go for your associates, go for your bachelor's, and then go for your master's. A lot of people will go for it allows you to do like a ramp, if that makes sense. Because I got mine in graphic design, which made me realize that I wanted to do film and game. And so I got those, which then opened up even more worlds. So those are my long and short of that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that, Amy. So, Mr. Walker, what are your thoughts? Mr. Walker,
Um,
what are your thoughts on either increasing your education or just moving right into not? What are your thoughts about doing your bachelor's or even doing your master's? What are your thoughts about all of that? Do you believe in getting those things done in order to be successful?
for me, I would want to plead the fifth. Um, but
Come
seeing
on,
that
you could be speaking to somebody else. Don't plead the fifth. Tell us what you think.
education on a whole is
Yeah.
good,
Right.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong about educating
Okay.
yourself, but it's just that I believe that the system or the colleges, they are a big ripoff,
Oh,
Okay.
because yeah, they like Amy. Do you understand the way
well,
that she move in her progress?
can
She
I?
she yeah. Go ahead,
Well,
Amy.
can I interrupt? Because let me put an emphasis. That is kind of what I was trying to say with my one point. Let me say why I think you should do it incrementally. Because when I went out to when I was young, much younger than even now, in my early 20s,
Mm.
when money meant nothing, I went out from the East Coast to the West Coast, basically to Arizona, to a for-profit school, a private for-profit school. And when I went to a private for-profit school, they charged, I think it was 40 or 50,000 dollars a semester. It was a lot of money, a lot of money. And when you're that young, it's like, and so you just go out and you do that. What I've realized, or I've come to realize, is that if you go to a public nonprofit or a private nonprofit are still good. However, what you should do is start out really slow. What I think going for just the associates does is allows you to go to a community college. And a community college is also often the cheapest version. They are often, if so, it's normally a given rate was like at a public nonprofit, a fancy one, it was like $1,000 a credit. So 3 credit course, $3,000. 4 credit course, $4,000. It was if you were at the private nonprofit that I went to, they were a really good uh, rate. It was $300 a credit, still about $1,000 a course. At a public, it is often like $120 a credit. So you're paying like $300 a course. And so you can see that wide variety of range. And so I really do want to pin home that incremental thing because I would have done my education differently because I have a mortgage level of debt. Like I would have gone
That's the thing, right?
to a community college and done like maybe just a computer science thing or maybe even a graphic design thing at my community college. And then when I wanted to get more bougie, then you go to the more expensive and the more thing with each layer because they don't really care at the community college. If you become a doctor one day, they're not going to look and be like, oh, you went to like whatever community. That they don't care about that. They care about the most recent. And so
Well,
whether you, oh no, go. I've been ranting.
okay. Well, I must share with you though. I mean, that's on like the U.S. side of things. I mean,
Sure.
in terms of those prices that you just quoted. But for me here in Jamaica, so I did start at a community college. It's Excelsior. I didn't pay any school fee. I actually did pretty well in school, so I got a lot of grants for my first 2 year for my associates. So I didn't pay the school fee. So when I started to do now my bachelor's, because of the whole COVID situation, you had to go online. So you didn't get a chance to integrate in the school the way you want to, so that you can get those grants. And so I had to pay for those out of my pocket. Some of them, you take a little loan here and there, but that's the thing. I mean, you are trying to make your life better by going to these schools, but then you're still left with this debt.
And I think that's what Mr. Walker is like getting to, like
Oh, sure.
this debt that you're left with that you still have to find the money to pay off, and you probably have not landed like a proper job that's good enough like to close out this debt so that you can be free of it, you know.
One
Go ahead.
last thing about that, and then I promise I'll stop ranting. It's the only thing in America that you can't go bankrupt for. You could die, you could do lots of things. They're like, no, 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 we will find ways. You will owe this money.
Yeah, and a lot of people do not understand that even when the president, our president now, and they run on the basis that they are going to forgive student loan, and that's why I know that the system is really a scam, because they know for certain that student loan cannot be forgiven, because what happened, it is the number one thing that is on the government books.
Right.
That's what. So they can't. So whenever you hear any country or anybody talking about forgive student loan, they are selling people hollow, scam, or whatever name you want to call it. You understand? And nobody should really do that. So back to when I said I plead the fifth, because when it comes down to colleges, when it comes down to degrees and those different I kind of have a little hang up about these things unless you know that is, you see, we have sponsored so many students, young people over the years, for colleges, both teachers colleges, medical. I think maybe the only area that we haven't done any sponsoring is in the legal aspect right now. And a lot of these people, they go for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and they are at home sitting down right now. Some of them, they went to do they become a teacher. That means they get their bachelor. Some of them went as far as to get their their masters, and spending all of that money, whether it is coming out of your pocket or not. And that's why I will agree with you guys to say that education is very important, but not the way that we are looking at education. Our parents nowadays need to be educated themselves. That means to say, don't go and waste your money on some your children because they said they want to go to college. Sit down with them and find out what is it that they want to do in life. What is it that is it a skill? Okay, I'm sending you to college, but are you going there that when you graduate from college you're going to get a good job right away? Are you going into medicine? Are you going into law? Are you going into a skill that you,
Agree.
okay, so just don't go there. Oh, I want to be the first to graduate in my family, and I get my 2 bachelor degree and my master's degree, and you start to pile them up, pile them up, pile them up, and then what happened? So that's why I don't believe in those things. You understand?
But I have to agree with you with that, Mr. Walker. School is not for everyone. There are a lot of persons out there that actually do have skills. Like I do have a brother that is, well, two brothers that are really good with their hands in terms of mechanics. And one of them in New York is actually like a big shot. Like he fixes vehicles and stuff like that. And the other one that's here in Jamaica, like he is so good. Stephen, you guys know him, right? So Stephen, they don't need to go to college for that because people know them for this. And if you go to them and ask them to fix an issue, they can actually fix it. So it's just like I would think that college is more like for persons like what Mr. Walker was saying. It's like you want to do your marketing, you want to do your medicine, you want to do certain things that are not really skill based, but you have to learn it in order to nurture that skill so that you can implement and create a resolution. So definitely, Mr. Walker, I'm actually in agreement with that. Not everybody needs to go to school.
Well,
So
no. Don't say not everybody need to go to school, college.
okay,
Not well. I mean, not everyone needs
I
to
agree.
go to college to have once they have
Right, right. But
right.
we
Once they
all
have
need
valid skill.
to be educated. We
Mhm.
all need to be educated some ways and
Right,
means. You
definitely.
understand?
Yes.
That you can, because if you're not educated, you're going to make the wrong decision. And
Right.
that's what
Correct.
and that is where education comes in now, because we use education too loosely. You understand? So what we have to do, you need to educate that you can be able to know where to invest your money. And most of the people right now do not know where to invest their money. The banks are crashing right now. All of those, the financial and world industry out there, America losing its power in terms of the dollar. We need to, where are we gonna put our money? You understand? And that is what this program is all about, to be able to provide that form of education, that form of direction as to where you can be able to, a safe place for you to put your money. And one of the safe places, IUL, Index Universal Life, and you guys can look it up right now. Go and Google, go and do some research. Index Universal Life. That is the only form of investment that you can do, or saving that you can do, that you have full access to your money. Even if the market crash, you cannot lose your money at no time. If any different things that happen in your life, so it's more your most investment, as Amy and most of you guys know, the market crash, the banks crash, you are going to lose your money, or you are going to lose some equity. This is the only place that you cannot lose no equity at. No equity. Also, I would encourage people also to go into real estate development, like how we are looking to do smart homes and those things. And the numbers there, if you guys need more information and that you want to know where you can be able to, put your money, where you can be able to maximize on your money instead of losing equity, you are building equity. So this platform is about small businesses, micro businesses, mom and pop shop. Just think about that you want to open a business, or you want to do a business. This is the platform for you. It doesn't matter. We can guide you, we can help you. If we cannot do it ourselves, we will provide the resources for you. We have our legal department, we have accounting department, we have so many resources for you, ladies and gentlemen, that are watching us right now. You might be seeing this broadcast, and you do not have a clue what is going on right now. This is we are in the this is a we are in the training. Amy, we are in the training phase. This month is for training pre-launch. We are in the pre-launch. Next month we are going into the launch mode. So we should be launching, I think, by the ending of next month. Then we are going to be having. So if you have a business out there, and you would like to be featured on this program, send us your information. I think the email is somewhere there, Alex, that they can send their information to us. Is there email?
The numbers are there. The socials are there. Um,
Oh, I think
the
we,
websites are there.
I think we maybe need to put like an email
Yeah.
address there. Yes, so the next time we broadcast again, we are going to put an email address for those of you that would like to shoot us an email. We are also, these are some of our sponsors. We will be also putting their telephone numbers and there too. We are presently broadcasting on YouTube, Facebook, and is there any other social media that we are on tonight? Okay, so next time we are gonna be on next month we are gonna be start broadcasting like on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and what's that one day, Amy, that you are that we go over there where we can get where folks can
Are you thinking about Twitch?
no, not Twitch.
There's Twitch, LinkedIn. There
Is it
is
Patreon? Is it
Facebook,
Patreon?
Patreon. Oh, to make money, the subscription service. Absolutely. We should be
Yes.
having our Patreon, and then that should be included in anywhere that we upload videos.
Okay. So yes. So this I think we're about to close off this session, right? For tonight.
Absolutely.
And we are gonna be back on um, is it Thursday? Yeah, we're going to be back on Thursday. And please subscribe. Amy will tell you guys more about that. Subscribe to our channel. Like us. She will tell you what it does for the algorithm and all of those fancy terminology and so forth. So, I mean, if you guys really enjoy this broadcast, let us know. Give us some ideas, or there's some of the things that you'd really like us to talk about. And as I said, we are maybe next week. I think we are gonna be start doing some. We are gonna be inviting guests to be on the program, right? Okay. So anyway, good night
Interview
for now.
coming. And all right. With that, I want to thank you for this episode of Money Talk Show, Health, Nutrition, Education, and Entrepreneurship. And thank you, panel. However, I want to give one last thank you to our sponsor for keeping the lights on, Delta Smart Homes, which can help you make your normal house into a smart home. Call for more information at 646 688 5554 or visit them at mydeltashield.com. And again, I want to thank you for joining us on Money Talk Show. Tonight, we talked health, nutrition, education, and entrepreneurship as we went over the healthy, nutritious ways to live your life while staying in budget, but also what it means to be an entrepreneur and everything we need to learn to get there. With that, I want to thank tonight's hosts, Alex and Mo, along with our executive producer, Glenroy, and myself, Amy, who is sending you love. If you enjoy the show, please don't forget to hit that like button on YouTube. Also, hello, Facebook. This upvote helps the algorithm send our content out to new people, building our audience, people like you. But also subscribe if you feel like joining the Money Talk Show family. Then hitting that bell icon to all so you can see more of us in your feed by seeing our premieres and joining our live streams, like future episodes as we move into the pre-launch, into the launch, as we bring you more expertise and experience talking about money. Good night.